package inbound.
Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of the AEP Nerf laser pistol challenge. I've pre-cut some pieces here that I was just going to run through. Usually if I'm doing like a commission of this, I tend to use metal pieces like proper screws and anything I can find, this kind of thing. But obviously you guys might not have that laying around, and I want this to work for you. I also tend to use real wire for the top, but we're going to use foam all the way. The only thing that I've done to this since you saw it last is I just neatened that with a piece of thin craft foam, just so it looked a wee bit nicer, because it was looking a wee bit shoddy with all the cuts and things. And I've added a foot onto the bottom of the battery with a hole in it. The reason for that is I realized that though my hands are small, your hands are probably bigger. So when I put the bar on, if I put it on here, though my hand would fit in there, your hand may not. So I've dropped it down so we can put the bar lower and run it across up here. That's the only thing I've done. Now the pre-cut pieces, we're going to need just bits and bobs that are going to give it a little bit of texture. A little bit of vent like this. This is just a piece of foam, and I've quickly cut it with this, just sliced out sort of little trenches. This bit here, this is the front, and this piece here will wrap around it, so it will look like this when it's finished. Hoping I'm getting this on the screen. Ignore any drawing. That was me when I was quickly cutting it as fast as I could. So that will look like that when it's done, and that's where the front part of this pole will sit. So this will sit here when it's done. So it will look like this. Other things I've done, I've cut some thin strips of craft foam. This is purely to add a little bit more detail, so just choose wherever. I'm probably going to do it here like this. Other than that, I smoothed out some foam to sort of fake the wire. As well as that, usually I'd use proper electrical clips, but we're going to make some out of craft foam, so that will just wrap around, have a nice little round edge, and we'll pop a screw in, and that will do this. Okay, so I might start gluing a few pieces on. What else? Oh, these bits here. These bits here will eventually go on here, and I literally got the end of a paintbrush, which appears to be eluding me right now, but the smooth end of a paintbrush, and just sort of dug it in to make those. And they came off the offcuts of the holes that we had cut earlier. Just sliced it off. The piece that the electrical wire slots into at the front of this, from memory, I can't remember off the top of my head whether it's the left or right side, but it doesn't really matter. I'm using these. These are like solid foam blaster ammo, but they're not for Nerf. I think they might be for Buzzbee, but I'm not sure. You'll feel the difference. If you try and paint Nerf or any of these softer ones, the paint will not adhere. Not that it matters, because I think I'm going to use Plasti Dip. But for you guys, you're better off trying to find the solid sort of Eva foam things. We'll cut that. Just see if this is sharp enough. Obviously the plastic's probably running through. That is not sharp enough. That is blunt as a butter knife. There we go. The plastic is running through. Okay. So that piece there, I'll neaten it up. I'll do it on a different one, but that will sit sort of here. I think you know the thing. You've probably seen it numerous times. And then this here we'll glue into that and run along wherever. So I might start and add a few, come back and show you, rather than me sitting here getting super glue on my hands in front of you guys. Oh, this piece here I have cut to shape and it will sit here. So we're going to glue it around, and that is purely just to neaten that so that that foot doesn't look so messy, and then eventually we'll pop one of those on there also. So I might do a few bits and pieces of that now, and then we'll come back and I'll run you through how I did it and show you how it looks. Hopefully it'll look okay. Even I don't know. I'll be right back, guys. Hi guys, okay, we've added a little bit of detail. We've added these, we've added this strip here. I will be adding loads and loads and loads of these little pieces here that I've cut. They will go in here. I'm sure you've all seen this before, so I'm not going to torture you with it because we've still got a little bit to go. But I will be gluing these around here. The only other piece that I've got here that is not foam is the head of a sprinkler system. Super cheap. You can get these in Bunnings here in Australia or Home Depot or whatever your local is. If you haven't got one of these, don't panic. Just use one of these. Looks like a little knob. I think from memory, because we're doing this from memory, this might sit here on this, hopefully. I also cut out some longer, you can see the difference here. Some longer triangle pieces. These are for the front, and they will be getting glued on in the corners here. Gives it that kind of fallout aesthetic that we're looking for. Cut out quite a few of these. Obviously I'll try and make sure that they're pointing in roughly the same direction, and neaten them up a bit, and then I'll come back and show you how we're tracking. Yep, that's all I've done. I don't want to leave you in the lurch. I'll be back once all those bits are added on. And we've done a little bit more. The back bits are glued on. You can glue them anywhere you want. As I said, I haven't reference shotted this, so it's probably looking a bit shoddy, but gives you the effect anyway. And I realized that I forgot, I think there might be a battery or something up here. There's something at the back that I think a switch or something is on, because this here I've done the front part and realized that the back part needs to connect to something. I think that's what it is. We shall see how it turns out. Next up, I'm going to attach this, and I might just sit here and do the, in fact I'll stand here and do it so that I can show you how to do the little electrical clips. Just get some foam, some of the thin stuff, and sort of circle off the end. Well, this is what the electrical clips look like that I buy, so I am assuming wherever you're from they're probably similar. And this is going to work like this. Glue it around and glue it there, and then obviously that will look like it is screwed in wherever we put that. So say it's here. I know it's not here, but say it's here. And yeah, and then probably I will put an actual screw in just to make it look good. Let me just see if I've got these electrical clips in case you haven't seen them, so that you can see what we're trying to replicate. This is brilliant, guys. I was looking for the electrical clips, which I found. This is the sort of thing we're looking at replicating in the foam. So they usually just clip around wire like that, and then that attaches to whatever you're doing. But as I say, we'll do it in foam because I'm not sure you guys have got these. I found the dowel! Yay! We don't need to use a paintbrush. Paintbrush will work, but obviously it sort of tapers off, whereas this is all the same thickness. So that's really cool. I'll cut down a piece of that for the bar at the bottom. Thank you, electrical clips. I'm going to start gluing this on, starting with the most rounded part to the top. I think it goes on the right hand side. Does it? Yeah, I think it goes on the right hand side. And I'm just going to sort of glue this around up to whatever the heck is at the back here. I don't want to look at a reference shot because I'm trying to do it like from memory. I think that'll ruin it. I think it would be funnier to do it from memory and then look at the reference shot and go, holy crap, how wrong can you possibly be? Screw it. Okay, I'm just going to glue it wherever, and I'm going to make a little thing at the back here because I'm like 99% sure there is a little round. I'm sure I usually use 2 of these when I'm doing it, one at the back. Oh, and I didn't use this because I thought you guys might not have it. I literally made a little sort of like, it looks like a switch out of a round piece and one of these little triangle pieces. Okay, I'll do this and I'll come back once it's glued. Okay, here we are, guys. I think we're nearly finished. There might be some things that I've forgotten, but as I say, that's because I haven't looked at any references. And it's been a long time since I did one of these, so. The screw holes available. That will just bend, that will just come off so you can change the batteries. Don't imagine the batteries would use much though, so you probably won't need to do that. Everything's glued on. The only thing that is not foam is the dowel that we've used here and the screws that we've used here to make that look real, obviously. Jammed that in, but I wrapped an extra piece of foam around there just to give it some additional support. Super strong though. Everything's still working. It's looking pretty cool. Next up, I will be priming it, probably with Plasti Dip. I've forgotten to sand this, so that's a bit annoying, but I can get in there, that's not a problem. And then it will be time to paint this bad boy. And I think it's going to look pretty cool when it's done. If I remember any little greeblies in the meantime that I have forgotten, I'll make a point of adding them. But I don't think I have. Painting next. That'll be part 3, the final part of this Nerf challenge tutorial. I hope it's of some use to you guys, and I'll catch you next time. Nerfenstein out.